Okay, so up until now, my fastest 5K time was 23 minutes and 12 seconds, which I managed in the OG Vaporflies. Fast forward to now, 22 minutes and 38 seconds, which I did in this shoe, because it helps you go faster. You see what I've done there? It's literally called Nitro Elite Faster. No? I sincerely hope you're well. My name is Aubrey. I'm a very average runner, simply trying to be less average by the day. As at the time of filming this, you've given me 6,920 subscribers, of which and for which I'm truly thankful. Thank you. If you're on Instagram and you want to connect with me, boom, over there. I'm trying to grow my network here on YouTube as well as on Instagram, so please do follow. It will be good to have you. Let's start talking about the shoes. And normally, I start with the 3 things you need to know about every shoe I'm reviewing. Those 3 things are price, weight, and stack heights. 220 pounds or 250 euros for the Nitro Elite Fast Stars. In terms of the weight, I wear a 9.5 UK and it came in at 238 grams. Ounces over there. I don't speak ounces, but if that's your sort of thing, here you go. In terms of the stack height, 36 mil at the back and 27 at the front, being a 9 mil drop. This is a pair. I love that. I wore this at the Vitality 10K and someone literally asked me, mate, did you buy 2 pairs of shoes and just wear one from either side just for the look of it? Honestly, I just love the craziness that this brings. With all of that said, I've got a few things that happened with the previous version of this shoe, which led to Puma sending me this pair that I'm going to talk about at the end. Please stick around and watch this video at the end so you know what exactly happened. Let's start with the review. Okay, so let's start talking about the shoe, starting from the top, working our way down from the back, going to the front. So, the heel tab. Always have to acknowledge when manufacturers put in heel tabs, it makes taking the shoe off and putting it on that little bit easier. The next thing about the heel, I like how minimal this looks and feels, but they didn't compromise on the padding on the inside of that. I think the shark fin thing at the back over here is purely aesthetics. Whilst internally, yes, it does provide that structure, but the shark fin shape in terms of this outer part, I do think that's part of that streamlined look. It gives you that F1 feeling. The next thing I want to talk about is the tongue. Well done. Well done. This is exactly what I love seeing on a race day shoe. Matter of fact, any running shoe. It is a continuation of that whole thing. The whole thing is attached. I love that. Sometimes manufacturers attach one side to the inside of the shoe of the tongue. Sometimes they'll attach both sides, making it fully gusseted. This is just fully attached. You pull this tongue bit and put that bad boy on. I love the branding at the top. I also love, though, the breathability that this tongue offers. I ran Vitality 10K and it was warm on that day. I didn't experience any issues. I've had shoes where your foot kind of gets a bit sweaty, but this had no problems with releasing that heat and that moisture. And I think it's part to do with the breathability of this tongue. The texture of the tongue itself as well. It's a very stretchy material and I like that. It makes putting the shoe on that little bit easier. Right, let's talk about the laces. Downside for me here. For me personally, if I'm to go out on another very fast session, I'm taking these laces out. They're very thin and I've had times where they've come and done. For me, the best laces I have seen are on shoes like the Outsole, the Vaporfly. When they have those ribbed edges for a fast day shoe, you want to tie those down and not have to think about it. And I think for the next iteration, Puma, please release these shoes with laces that match the performance of this shoe. Whilst I'm still talking about the laces though, in terms of the holes for the laces, it's exactly how it should be. It's well in line with the upper. It's quite well reinforced that you wouldn't worry about the shoe coming apart in terms of the eyelets of the laces. So well done. My only issue are the actual laces themselves. Okay, in terms of the upper, we always talk about 2 things. Aesthetics and technical performance. The aesthetics. Before we touch colorway, the fact that they've got one shoe different to the other, just the design of this shoe in terms of the upper, perfect. Genius design. They call it mono mesh. And I think that's referring to the fact that it's actually just one piece all around, with it being joined at the back. But all you're going to see is literally one piece, and it's reinforced with what they call power tape. It's Puma's trademark reinforcement of the upper, especially in key areas. So for example, where normally a shoe you start seeing wearing out at the pinky toe, I don't even know if that's what you call it, they've reinforced that with that power tape. On the inside of the shoe, you will see that power tape running across as well. In terms of performance for breathability, I can't fault this shoe. When you look at the back of the heel, you can literally see into the inside of the shoe. That's how breathable it is. And that's replicated all around the front. Puma, well done for the engineering of this upper. I also love the Puma logo making an appearance on the inside, as well as the stripes logo on the outside. Let's talk about the midsole. And here I'm going to give a very honest review. I had a problem with the midsole in terms of the outside of it. You see, when you turn the shoe upside down and you're looking at the outsole, you will see these lines here. Unfortunately, those lines actually continue to the other side. I'm going to admit the problem I had may have been to that particular pair of shoes, but where those lines make an appearance on that midsole, they were actually tearing all the way up. And I recorded a video expressing this, and Puma saw that video, got in touch, and sent me this pair as a replacement. And I haven't had that issue repeating. But one thing I would say is, as you're toeing off on this, you can actually see that that midsole opens up a little bit. Again, I haven't had that repeat in this particular shoe, but it's something I wanted to flag. If you've had the same, comment below. If not, good for you. In terms of the midsole itself, though, there are three things I want to talk about. One, the insole. I love the padding that this insole offers at the very back. It's not as much at the front, but I actually felt the contribution that makes to the entire shoe. And normally I don't really highlight insoles, but I felt this one deserved it. Well done, Puma, for that. The next thing you're going to come across is this midsole. So you've got two literally separated areas of the midsole. You've got this chunk at the heel and then this part at the front. I love the design. It's very innovative. It's very futuristic. Normally, we have to peer through to see a carbon plate. But this power plate here, that's what they call it. You can literally see the carbon plate in the shoe on the underside. That black thing there, and it runs all the way across. Again, it wouldn't be right for me to not say this to you. In the previous shoe, which is essentially what led to me recording the video expressing my dissatisfaction with the shoe, this power plate actually broke in my pair of shoes. It led to me thinking actually maybe it was a defect in my pair of shoes, because since that video, a lot of you guys have come back to me either on Instagram or on my comments on that video, or reaching out to me directly saying, actually, you haven't had that issue. And I'm happy you haven't. And I'm happy to report that I've actually put in all right, I'm going to go to my Strava and I will share how many Ks I've done in this shoe over there. And I've got nothing bad to say about the shoe since. But it wouldn't be right to not talk about the previous experience. Just integrity says I should refer to it, but also say in the replacement shoe, I haven't had that at all. Let's talk about Puma's grip on the outsole. I have to say, no one does an outsole. Wait. This is Mizuno's Wave Rebellion Pro, and this is the only shoe I have seen come close to competing with Puma grip. Puma does an exceptional job, unparalleled, unmatched. Well, apart from the shoe I just said, their grip, their outsole in terms of grip and resilience, simply unmatched. Simple as that. I have to say they've done an exceptional job. Full coverage, no exposed parts whatsoever. That has to be said is one of the best outsoles there simply is. Last section of the review. Who should buy this shoe and what's it for? Now look, if you're new to running, don't buy this shoe. Buy Puma's Deviate Nitro Elite 2. This shoe. This is much more versatile. You can do workouts, you can do fast sessions, you can do long runs. You can take this on a marathon. You can take this on a 5, 10K half marathon run. I swear by it. This is not that diverse in terms of versatility on what you do with it. However, if you're running a 5K, 10K, and I cap it at that, and you're trying to get pace out of yourself, this here is that bad boy. Now, let me say this. A lot of us average runners don't need a 220-pound shoe. Simple. You can get Puma's other shoes. I've got the Forever Run, which I've reviewed. I'll link it to the end of this video. I've got the Deviate Nitro Elite, which I just showed you. I will link that at the end of this video. Those are the shoes I would highly recommend. But if you're starting to tick those faster paces and you're really trying to go all out for the 5, 10K, this is that shoe. Okay, now the Tesco test. Essentially, can you wear this shoe doing other things apart from running? Running the chores, the school run, going up and about? I wouldn't recommend it. It's 220 pounds. You want to keep this for a special day. So, thank you very much for sticking around watching this. Please do subscribe to the channel if you found that useful. And as I said, I'm going to link the Forever Run review over here. I'm going to link the Deviate Nitro one over here. Go ahead and check those out. Otherwise, feel free to check out the other videos. Thank you.